good morning. Well, it's morning for me, so good morning. We have these pictures here that you can see. This is my original picture that I've coloured in. This is my last picture that I need to colour in to launch the new book, Flowers Volume 2. And as I was colouring it in, I thought I would do it flat. So what I mean by flat is all my colours are flat. There's no depth or shading. I've tried really hard to not colour with shading. I naturally colour with shading, and I thought it's something that a lot of people do struggle with, to get that depth in their colouring in. So I thought this would be a really good kind of like a tutorial to see how it's done. I'll show you how I do it on one of the flowers and leaves and around the background, and then I'll probably move on into speed art. So what I've done here is I've scanned this one in, and then I printed it. Now printer's made this one a bit darker and a bit flatter, so at the end we're going to have a before and after shot. Whilst this does have a darker tone, you can still see there's no shading or depth in the flowers and leaves. It all almost looks like one flat surface. So hopefully I'll be able to help you, and you'll be able to level up some colouring in skills. So I've got pink, and just another little tip today. Actually, sorry, not a tip, just like secret information. I forgot my glasses. I've left them at home. So hopefully I don't struggle too hard. We'll see how this goes, but I can't reschedule, so we have to potter on without my glasses. So let's see how we go. This is the pink that I used to begin with. It's getting short now. A lot of the flowers in this series were pink. Here's a darker pink in that kind of pinky purpley tone. And what else will we use? Maybe this purpley colour. Let me just see if it is. There's two of these that look very similar in my range. It's these two. They look quite similar, but the colour is different. That's the pink one, so that's the one that I want. This one's got a purple tone in it. So then with the green, we have the green that I coloured with, which is, let's see if I can read this, cypress green. This is my favourite green, as you can see. It's my shorter pencil as well. So we're going to want something light for highlight. I would use either the light green or the yellow, the green yellow. I have a couple of other yellow, one's more of a cream and one's more of an orange, but this one sort of got a greeny tint to the yellow. And then we want blue. I always use blue, a dark blue, to do the darker parts of my green. We will do the background as well, but I'll do that at the end. So let's start with the flower. I'm going to zoom you in. I wish I could zoom myself in. There, this flower. Okay. So I'm going to sort of possibly might use a bit of cream. I do put a lot of this cream colour in my pinks. It's actually called apricot pink. It sort of gives the pink warmth. It does tint it, but it gives it warmth. So I may use that for the lighter. Look, I'll show you now. So I've coloured one flat layer with this pink, what we need to do is see the petal folds. So under the petals, I've created lines when I drew it to show where the shadow is. So where you see all these shade lines, that's the shadow. So you want that to be a bit darker. And then in here is a bit lighter. Then on top of these is a bit lighter as well. So I'm just going to add a bit of the cream into the lighter areas. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this petal, these two leaves, and maybe this leaf, and this blue maybe, and the stem. Just to show you in this space here how you can get depth quite easily. So cream on there. And I'm going to go for this mid pink. Start with this mid pink in the shadow areas. Blending out, you don't want to have a hard line, you want to blend it out. Try not to cover all of the light areas because you still want light. On top of this fold, you can put a little bit towards the edge, because it will also have some shadow. And then with the darker purple, I'm just going to come right close. I'm struggling to see the lines, so I'm going to try. Just lightly, just under that black line. A little bit up here. So you can see already the depth that's starting. So that's the pink. I'll put those there. Now with the green, I'm going to see what the yellow does on these top ones. So it makes it more limey. Just in the lighter areas. I'm going to use this green just to blend that towards the shadow areas. So the shadow areas are going to be under the petals. And the center line, because the center line has like a bit of a fold in leaves. So you want to get some shading in the center line as well. This is still a light colour, so we will be adding darker green in there, or blue actually. You'll be amazed at a difference the blue makes. I'm going to use this green for the light parts down here, rather than the yellow. I might just add in this green as well. Just create a blend. Up the center. Up the center. Now I'm going to fill in these shaded areas. This bottom leaf here is going to be darker than these two because it's in the shadow under this flower. So that flower's created more shadow, more shading, more depth. That's how we get a lot of the depth in our pictures, is by getting darker and darker as we go back. It's important to make sure around every edge there is shade. And that there's no white space in between the black line and where you're shading, because that creates a highlight that we don't want. So now with the blue, you can already see there that this section is starting to come alive. So this is my dark blue. It's almost a black. Sometimes I get confused, but this one is, I think it says green blue. Yeah. I'm just gonna be light. Sorry, this under. I should be resting on a hook. This darker color, you try to use less is more, kind of. You don't want to use too much of it. I'm trying to see. I think there's a white space between the black line and the green. I'm trying to. I can't focus, my eyes have no focus, so. Under this petal. A bit darker and heavier on this one. Down your center. You can make one side darker than the other, so you can show that the light's catching the other side. Good. Now what I do with all my colouring is I set the colours with the lightest colour. In this case it's yellow, but I don't want to add a yellow tint too much. I'm going to use this green. And you just go over everything. And it blends everything in beautifully. Brings everything together. I haven't done enough shadow behind this petal. I'm going to zoom out now and show you the overall effect of just that one little place. So you can see there that that flower is now on top. That leaf is on top of that leaf. I've still got background and that stem to do. Let's do the stem. So I did the stem in just a really light colour. At my grey in this kit is a brown. It says elephant grey, but it's got like a brown tint. So I've gone over lightly. Now we want to add, I'm going to use this brown. Into that where I've done those black lines for the shading. Blending it towards the lighter part. See it there. I might. Where's the green? I'm going to use this olivey green because branches aren't always brown. I'm just going to give it a bit of a green tint. And then black. Where's my brown? Maybe this one. This is almost black, but it's brown. That's good. Just lightly shade the shady spot. There's that. Now the background. This is what blue did I colour it with? I may have coloured, no I wouldn't colour it with this blue. Coloured it with this blue. So I'm using the dark blue now. I'm going to go around the edges and blend in. The darker I get here, it will make the flowers and come even further forward because it highlights them. So you can do a light sky behind. It creates a different kind of effect. I need the black. So black. And just when you're doing the black shading, just do it lightly. Using the blue that you first started with, lighter blue, set it. It makes the darker colours a little bit lighter, so you may want to come back. I can see here that I've created a bit of a glow in here. I've got darker black there than in here. So that really pops that whole section. So it's just this little section here that we've done. So I'm going to continue on with this flower. I might speed it up a little bit, not too fast, but just so that the video is not too long and you don't get too bored. But I want you to see it change and evolve. So I might just speed it up a little bit more, maybe 300 times. And then my normal speed that I speed up is 800 times. So I might just make this a little bit faster so you're not sitting around tempted to skip. So let's continue with that. Zoom that back in. Okay, so you can see here, I've done this one flower. Well, you can see, I can't, everything's blurry now, I'm struggling big time, but I can see that there is depth. I haven't done the center. I'm just gonna add a little bit of orange here and there, and then go over it with an orangey yellow. I think that was the wrong one. Hang on. Okay, so I'm going to show you something else, but you can see already how much that's changed. Now I'm going to zoom in for you just so you can see this. With the black, only lightly, what you want to do is to go around everything. So not just around this edge, but you now want to go very lightly around every edge. So even just under here, just lightly, every edge. You got to cross, so with this petal you got to cross the blue and the green. I can see a line there, just. So you want to cross that. You want to cross there. I may have to touch this up when I actually have my glasses and can see what I'm doing. Add a bit more where you think it needs a bit more. Go over that line. This leaf here is on top of this petal just. So that one's gonna be nice and light, a lot lighter. So you'll see a difference. I'll use a lot more yellow rather than the green. So you'll see it's lighter again, which will look really cool. But I think you get the gist now. It's a little bit of work, but it's worth it. Like if you want to just level up. So you can get more shading in the petal. this as well if you want. I don't want to put too much black on everything. Another really good one is going around this center part. It brings it above the petals. So there. So there's that one flower in amongst the others that are quite flat. So I'm now going to go ahead and colour the rest in and see what it looks like at the end. I'll speed this up nice and quick with some music. You can skip forward, but I do find it quite therapeutic watching a picture develop and grow and become from flat to almost 3D. So I'll leave you here and I'll talk to you again at the end. This book will be out end of September. That's like in a couple of days. This is the last thing I had to do. So the book, the cards, the stickers that all go with it, I'll do a post about it on my Instagram and Facebook page. Both of those are Colouring In books, so keep an eye out for that. I will get ahead on to get this done. So here we go, we've got the two sheets side by side. That was a lot of work. Thank you so much if you made it all the way to the end. But here it is. It's just so amazing. I've loved doing it. There's probably more I need to do. Once I find my glasses and put them on, I'll probably add a bit more with the black in the background. You can see here, this was quite dark when we first started. You can see how flat it is. And now we've got this beautiful finished piece. I wouldn't normally do it all in one go like I just did. I would normally take my time. But just with that extra effort, you can really make a difference in your work. So I'll have links below to our website. You can keep an eye on for the new products made with these items. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give me a like. It helps my channel grow. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. I've got lots of new content coming with card making and studio vlogs, plein air painting with me, all kinds of things coming. So if you subscribe, you'll be able to keep up to date with all of those things. Thank you so much again.